Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss all things muscle snatch. We're going to go through why we use it in our programs, how to perform it, and some common faults and some progressions we can use to help our lifters or ourselves with our muscle snatch technique. In addition to the snatch high pull, the muscle snatch is a variation that we can use as strength coaches to help our lifters improve the speed in their second pull and also help them with understanding the turnover and keeping the bar close during the snatch. In the muscle snatch compared to the snatch high pull, the athlete will continue to extend and finish the pull, and the hips and knees will lock out as the bar transitions to overhead. This is different from a power snatch or in a full snatch, where as we finish the pull, we'll begin to drop under the bar. In the muscle snatch, we're really focusing on teaching our lifters to extend, and that's a really important aspect of why we use it in our programming. Let's get stuck into a quick how-to on how we'll perform a muscle snatch. To perform the muscle snatch, we'll begin with our hands in our snatch position, and if you are familiar with that, that's just going to be in a grip that you can comfortably overhead squat. For me, I'm all the way out the end of the barbell. We'll start with the weight in the middle of our foot and move to our setup position. If you've never done this before, I highly recommend you start from the hang so you can keep the bar a lot closer and you're not as focused on going around your knees. It's going to be a lot easier to perform the movement this way, and this is a very useful way of learning most of the Olympic lifts. If you're starting from the floor, you'll find a comfortable setup position and begin to push through your legs in the first pull. As the bar passes mid-thigh and you enter the second pull, your torso will move behind the bar just as you would for a normal snatch, and you'll begin to extend and drive the bar up. Your knees will stay bent and you'll begin to use your quads to thrust the bar up overhead. As the bar begins to float up and feel weightless, you'll continue to keep your elbows high and then turn the bar over. Since the bar spins, it will allow us to keep the bar close as the bar moves overhead into our locked out position. The arms will bend naturally to do this, and we won't be actively pulling to drive the bar up. Beginners will often find it challenging, as we'll discuss in our common faults on how the bar actually moves up without using our arms as prime movers. With that intro on common faults, let's get stuck into the main common faults we see as strength coaches when our athletes perform the muscle snatch. While the muscle snatch is a great exercise for teaching our athletes the second pull and to keep the bar close, we have to keep in mind that when our athletes are first learning weightlifting, this concept can be extremely challenging, as they'll want to use their upper body to drive the bar up. If this is the case, this is probably not the variation that you're going to want to pick. Maybe something like a slow or tempo snatch pull or even a snatch high pull is going to be a good segue into learning this movement. Typically, we'll see athletes pull early with their arms. As they approach their hips, people will typically want to bend their arms early and initiate more power from here. What we can do is do a simple complex like a snatch high pull or a snatch pull and then move to a muscle snatch. Another thing we'll see is swinging the bar away. Our athletes are wanting to try and keep their arms straight because that's a cue that we've been providing them with, or keep them relaxed, and they'll typically push the bar away with their hips, or this may also be a result of as their torso moves behind the bar in the second pull, they'll want to swing the bar away, and that might be an error that they already have when they perform their regular snatch. To help this, we can try and cue them by providing a tactile cue and cueing the lats to swoop the bar in, and this may be effective for helping athletes understand that they need to keep the bar close, but we can also use a snatch high pull and cue them to keep their elbows high as the bar moves up their body. The final thing we see in the muscle snatch is a soft knee, which results in a movement that looks a lot similar to a no-feet power snatch. What we'll often see is athletes slowly dipping under the bar as it becomes heavier or as they struggle with a turnover. We really want to try and emphasize here that we drive really hard with our legs in the second pull and that we need to lock our knees and hips out. Often athletes aren't really aware of this, and maybe showing them a video or performing a tempo snatch pull where they're aware of the positions that they're trying to achieve and they can hold that position on their toes with legs extended for a little bit longer. Now let's get stuck into programming and how we can use the muscle snatch for our athletes. In regards to load selection and intensity, we'll typically use 1 to 5 reps at around 40 to 70% of the best snatch. Now, this will typically depend on how the athlete performs the muscle snatch, and as we get to higher intensities, it tends to look more like a lean back and press out, and we're more interested in getting speed and technique from this exercise. Whilst you can push this lift quite hard, it tends to become more of an ego lift as lifters tend to lean back and press the lift out. We want to try and get more speed out of the lift and try and find more skill adaptations from this exercise than anything else we're chasing. That's pretty much all the things you need to know about the muscle snatch, and a lot of these things are going to be relevant for the muscle clean as well. A lot of the same concepts will apply and the movements are going to be very similar. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And if you have any questions about the muscle snatch or any other snatch variation, let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer any of those questions. Hopefully you're able to apply some of the concepts we discussed in this video into your own training. And if you do, please let me know. If you like weightlifting content and you enjoy videos like this, I have a bunch more on the channel that I can link on screen now. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.